Hello everyone and welcome to Lipnox VR. Today I'm talking about a new game called Rampage Agents that just recently dropped on the MetaQuest store. This is a sponsored video, but like all my videos, it's my opinion on the game and that doesn't change anything, but big thank you to the developers for sponsoring the video and helping me out. So that is pretty awesome, but let's get into the game. And if I were to summarize basically what this kind of game is on one hand, there's a multiplayer battle royale mode, kind of like that Fortnite kind of thing or Call of Duty Warzone. And I briefly checked it out just to see what it was, but there wasn't a lot of people playing online yet, so I couldn't do too much with it. It will eventually put you in with bots, but it won't give you teammates, and I just got schooled immediately by whatever I was facing up against. There was a crew of like 4 people who just shot me to death, and I wasn't really wanting to wait another 260 seconds to get into another match against the same bots. So that's that, but they do have this other mode though, this adventure mode, and it's basically like a procedurally generated roguelike shooter, and it seems to have different art styles the further you get into it, but because it's a roguelike, I kinda wasn't very good at beating the boss, so I was only able to beat the boss one time, so that's why you're not seeing much of the cool sand level thing, which is disappointing, because I think that sand level, that second sand level thing, actually looks cooler than the first area you're in. So, you know, if you do play it, and you have that like immediate feeling like, oh, this isn't enough for me, this isn't graphically enough or cool enough looking, wait till you get to that second area, because that area is pretty legit. But basically the thing with this game is you're essentially just picking up different types of weapons. There's a whole bunch of different types of guns that you can play with in the game, and upgrading them with random stats, upgrading your talents. There's 5 different characters you can play as, 3 of them are unlocked from the start. They have this whole RC coins thing they have to pay money for, so I don't know if they'll give you RC points or coins in the game just by completing things. It seems like they might just be locked to paid things, but I'm not sure. That being said, if you want to be able to play 4-player multiplayer in the adventure mode, cooperative, you're gonna have to pay the adventure fee thing, and so will all of your friends you want to play with. So that can be a little bit of a hassle, but you can still play it by yourself, which is still pretty fun. Now, this is the developer that also made the game Axeland, and it shows with the art style and just with the gameplay. So if you played Axeland before and you liked it, this in a way feels like, oh, this is the next game from Axeland, kind of. But basically, you're just basically going through procedurally generated levels, shooting enemies. Basically, the first level they're like ants and like bugs and things, and then after that they become animals in the second set of levels. But basically, you're just going through, killing all the enemies. Door opens, next room, kill all the enemies. Door opens, etc. There's a few areas where you can do like a challenging like little puzzle room thing for additional upgrade, and they show up as like warp things on the walls, and you shoot them and then you can go inside them for bonus stuff. One thing I will say that is really cool about this game is the characters do have like abilities and stuff, like you can prop down like a shield, but one of my favorite abilities is you can like pull like a whip thing and almost like web sling yourself, and you can even just like hang off the ceiling and shoot guys. And for a gameplay mechanic, for like a shooting game, that feels a lot of fun, and there was some really cool moments using that, you know, I was having a lot of fun playing the game. But with that being said, you know, I don't really think this is that interesting or exciting to me, and unfortunately, with that same consideration of it not being that exciting or that interesting, you know, it just kind of feels like when you're doing the rogue thing, that until you make progress to like the next set of levels, it just feels like you're playing the same thing over and over again. And the game does say on the store page that it has just endless amounts of time. It says adventure mode has over 12 hours of content, but when I was playing it, it felt to me like there was like 10 minutes of content that I just kept repeating with slightly different versions of levels. And I mean, it's like saying, oh yeah, there's a million levels, but mostly all of them look exactly the same or slightly different. So take that for what you will. The boss fight that you get to do, or that I got to do, was extremely cool. And again, like the weapons, the items are really cool, the upgrades are really cool, and it's something that if you want something to play for a long time to keep upgrading yourself over and over and over again, that's pretty cool. But I will say, like, unless you get friends in on this, I really feel like you're going to be bored of this. The enemies are kind of fun to kill, but you quickly get bored of them. I was like, please give me the rocket launcher thing just so I can speed run through all these enemies, because, I mean, sometimes it's fun to kill them, but most of the time you just kind of feels tedious, and you're just shooting things, and then you're shooting the same things again, and then you go to the next room and shoot the same things again. So, I don't know. I would say if you like the idea of teaming up with your buddies and playing a roguelike game like this, there's lots of cool skins, there's lots of cool stuff in the game for that purpose, but I would say that if you are looking for, you know, a single player roguelike kind of game, I don't know if this would be the one that I would recommend, but it's still, you know, worth checking out and seeing if it's something you like, especially if you like games with that sort of cel-shaded art style that are well made gameplay-wise, but maybe not as sophisticated looking graphically. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any more questions about the game, feel free to leave comments below and I will answer everything I can possibly answer about the game. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am out of here. Have a wonderful day.